a topic that really is like a bee in my bonnet that I just need to talk about. I would like to talk about Nyaye Chiramu. For me, if you ask me, Chiramu is glorified abuse. And please, I'm begging you, do not come for me saying I'm dissing the culture, because I am not dissing the culture. I am here to point out what I think is wrong with what we want to hide behind is culture. Being a woman in my 50s and having grown up in the 70s and 80s in a very patriarchal Zimbabwe, I can tell you what I saw happened. I can tell you about girls who fell prey to the Chiramu. I can tell you about broken families that were victims of Chiramu, sisters who never spoke to each other because of Chiramu, my guru sleeping with Baba Mnini because of Chiramu, brothers turning against each other because my guru na Baba Mnini couldn't control themselves and couldn't put boundaries. We are in 2025. If anyone is playing around inappropriately with your child, look at that person with the lenses of pedophilia. Whether it's a boy child, whether it's a girl child, let's give the children that respect. Why I'm saying so is, if boundaries are blurred and people hold on to this culture of Chiramu, those boundaries can easily be moved and they can easily turn into something else. And what I've found, I'm going to talk about the boy child as well as the girl child. What I found out is, especially with the boy child who ends up falling prey to an older, my guru, an older mbuya, there is this unfiltered business that Baba Mnini, murume wangu, muzukuru, murume. Why put that label on a minor to say kuti murume and taking it that extra step? So to further protect the children, don't put those labels on any children, because you're blurring the lines. The next thing, you're watching inappropriate things on each other's phones, and then the next thing, one thing leads to the next, and you are committing a crime. If you are a grown woman above the age of 18, sleeping with anyone below the age of 18, you are committing a crime. And you could be liable to a jail sentence, because that is statutory rape. It's not just about the girl child getting raped. The boy child can be coerced. I've listened to harrowing stories about lives being destroyed because someone took advantage of a boy child. They slept with them against their will. They were coerced into it. Even isusu akadzi, let's respect vana. Okay, let's move on to the girl child. The girl child has always been vulnerable. I spoke about the patriarchal Zimbabwe before. In the patriarchal Zimbabwe, it was almost like men were given that right that if you're married to the sister, you can do whatever you want with the mininess. Please tell me, where in a grown person's mind someone feels it's okay to touch a 10, 12, 14, 15-year-old's boobs? Please. Do you think that's okay? to want to kiss that child, to want to touch that child inappropriately in the name of Chiramu. And the danger of a girl child falling prey to those people is she's the one who's gonna get blamed. She's always had this loose nature around men. Read my lips. I do not care how loose a child is acting around adults. There is a child and an adult for a reason. One has got reasoning capacity. One is a grown-up. Even if a child acts inappropriately in front of you, use your adult mind to think, I cannot do this to this child because I'm defiling this child, I'm debasing this child, and I'm committing a crime. Rather than hide behind andamainini, that's just wrong. I've seen sisters never talking to each other forever because that boundary was overstepped. Or the mining will end up now being the wife to that man or a second wife. And where in our system, in our culture, did we think it was ever okay that someone sleeps with your underage daughter, they get them pregnant, and they cover up by saying, I'm going to marry the child anyway. I'm going to rape her and marry the child. And then you end up marrying a minor, a 15, 16-year-old child. What the hell are you doing? What the hell is the whole family doing? Like, seriously. Because that's just wrong. You've literally destroyed that child and the children that will come after and the children that will come after. And families need to stop this. Families need to stop this. We are still seeing pregnant 13-year-olds, pregnant 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds. Who is impregnating those children? Why are they not in prison? Why are families gathering around being given given a peace offering to someone who's clearly abused your child? Why are we allowing that as a society? And we still go back kunya Chiramu. Babam Kuru na my nini or my guru na babam nini can have a very cordial relationship where they are not bound by the cultural norms that, oh, don't be too forward, pambiri pana amwene, pana ambuya, pana tezara. This is like a close friend who is close to you and your wife, someone you can sit and joke and talk to. But draw the line. Your wife is your wife. Her sister is not her extension. And to women, your husband is your husband. His brother is not his extension. You are not privy to what he's got in his pants. Neither is a man privy to what mining has got in her pants. Even wakaiswa in a position that you are financially helping these people, it doesn't give you leverage that you should take advantage of them because you're offering financial support. You'll be more respected for offering that financial support and never ever wanting to be inappropriate with a minor. Because the minute you offer financial support to a struggling family to send a mining or a babamnini to school, you've done great. But the minute you then take advantage and want to force yourself in the name of Chiramu on a minor, either a boy or a girl, you are committing a crime and you've literally rubbished every effort you've put in. You've literally rubbished it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are the new generation, rearing the new generation. Let's teach our children that there is no such thing like Chiramu. No one touches you inappropriately. If they do in the name of Chiramu, the next stop is the police. And this culture should come to an end.